are not going to take it lightly. He's from this town and we want him back here. She can decide anything she wants, but we are not going to take it lightly. We are not going to take that from anybody.
Family of the late Nigerian televangelist TB Joshua says they want the body buried in his home village. In our developing story, tension is mounting between the family and the elders of Arigidi Akoko, where the late TB Joshua was born. The elders say the late TB Joshua must be buried in his village and not in the city as proposed by the immediate family. According to Obayisa Olanipekun, the king of Arigidi Akoko, the cleric was born and bred in the village and must be buried in his village.
But my trouble is that his wife and the children should not allow them to bury him in Lagos. We are not going to take it lightly. He's from this town and we want him back here. That's the only trouble I have now. Yes, I've not have access to the wife, and I know I'm going to talk to her. Yes, she's not from here. That's another trouble now. So she can decide anything she wants, but we are not going to take it lightly. We are not going to take that from anybody. We have to bury him.
He said the passing of the cleric has thrown the entire village into a state of shock and says he believes the prophet finished the assignment he was called for on earth.
You know, everything that happens in this life, you leave it to God. God is in control. He gives and he takes. He's the one that gave him to us and he has taken him. And my belief is that he has finished the job at home. Yes, that's my belief. With his interview or his speech or his preach 2 days ago, you will know he knew already that he's ready to go. So, who will query God? Can anybody query God? So we have to accept whatever will happen. Since 1 o'clock a.m. yesterday till now, I've not slept. In fact, I have to cut short my interview because when I talk, I'll be crying again. Nobody, it has time. I've finished the job he come for. That's the truth of the matter.
Family members had gathered at the King's Palace, where a book of condolence was opened for people to pay their respects to the clergyman. In a related development, Lagos Police Commissioner Hakeem Odumosu, according to his findings, said the founder of the Synagogue Church of All Nations passed on at 3 a.m. on Saturday at a hospital in Lagos. In his report, Commissioner Odumosu said the preacher walked out of his church service into his apartment after feeling uncomfortable on Saturday. Quote, "It is true the information we have is that he was conducting service. Along the line he felt uncomfortable, walked out to his apartment and never came back. His people thought he probably entered to rest or refresh, but when they didn't see him after a long while, they went in search of him and found him in an unusual position. The service started in the evening, but it was around 3 a.m. that he was pronounced by a hospital," he said. The spouse of TB Joshua, Evelyn, said her husband was in prayer a few hours before his death. Meanwhile, hundreds of faithful amassed at the church premises are still in disbelief, saying they will not leave the premises of the church until the cleric was resurrected.
They are just taking rumors. I don't believe it. I know the type of God that I'm serving. He will never die. Church official page. Church can say whatever they like. Who know who is serving, we know that God is God. He never dies. She's sick and he must get himself back. All the old love will know that he's the one that God sent to life.